Have you ever noticed that some of your adult reactions, your hesitations, your walls, feel like they have roots you can't quite name? Maybe you freeze before sharing your feelings, or maybe you step back when someone gets too close. And sometimes it hits you quietly. These patterns started long ago. They started in those small, often unnoticed disappointments of childhood. Moments when your needs were overlooked, times you weren't celebrated for trying, or when expectations were whispered but never met. These moments leave a mark, and your adult self carries them as invisible guides, telling you how to keep your heart safe. 1. When neglect teaches guardedness. Perhaps there were days you needed attention and no one noticed. Not a word of encouragement, not even a glance. As a child, you might have learned, "I can't count on others to see me." So as an adult, you become cautious about letting people in. You hesitate before asking for help. You protect your feelings carefully. It's not coldness, it's a quiet armor built long ago to survive a world that sometimes felt absent. 2. Lack of recognition shapes selective trust. Or maybe your efforts were constant but seldom acknowledged. Good grades, small achievements, little gestures of kindness, and no one said, "I see you, you matter." Over time, this teaches an unspoken lesson. My worth isn't automatic. I have to prove it. As an adult, you become wary of praise. You only trust people who notice consistently, who don't take your presence for granted. Your emotional boundaries are selective, but deeply intentional. 3. Failed expectations and quiet resilience. And then there are the moments of broken promises, plans that fell apart, hopes left unmet. A child learns that the world is not always reliable, that disappointment is part of life. As an adult, you step lightly before relying on others. You hold expectations softly. You protect yourself from repeated hurt. But beneath it all, there is resilience, a subtle, quiet strength born from learning to weather the unseen storms. 4. Recognizing, not blaming. Understanding this isn't about blaming anyone. It's about noticing the patterns your younger self created, the ways you learned to protect your heart. You might see now why you hesitate to share, why some boundaries feel heavy, or why trust takes time. And in that understanding, there is freedom, a gentle permission to be kinder to yourself, to honor your boundaries, and maybe, just maybe, allow them to soften without losing your hard-earned sense of safety.